In the same way a computer keyboard can, Launchkey's pads can send keystroke commands, as well as keystroke combinations, which is useful for shortcuts such as copy and paste. In this video, we'll look at how to create a custom layout for triggering shortcuts within a DAW. To do this, I'll be using Components, the companion software for Launchkey MK4. This page shows a list of keyboard shortcuts available for use in Logic Pro. I'll use this to find some shortcuts I'd like to include on the pads of my Launchkey. For example, using B on a computer keyboard shows me the smart controls. This will be useful as I can control these from the encoders of Launchkey. And I'll add access to the mixer with X to see any changes I make with the faders. I can also use P to show me the piano roll, which might be useful to see the results of any captured MIDI or quantized material. Some options here are already covered by additional buttons on Launchkey, like quantize and metronome, so I won't need those. Components can be freely accessed at components.novationmusic.com. To create the custom mode in Components, click Manage my Launchkey MK4. You may be asked to update your firmware before doing this. Once here, click Create Custom Mode and then select Pads. You can only send keystrokes from pads and fader buttons. To have a pad send a keystroke, select it and then set the message type to keystroke. Click the key combination box and then press the desired key or key combination on your computer keyboard to assign this pad to that function. This pad has now been assigned to the B key, which shows or hides smart controls in Logic. Renaming this will mean the function will be shown on Launchkey's screen every time the pad is pressed. Let's assign some more keys. This one will allow me to show and hide the mixer. This one will show and hide the piano roll. Finally, this one will allow me to show and hide the plugins using the V key. Lastly, I'll select the controls I'm not using so I can disable them. You can of course include other controls such as notes, switches and more keystrokes. For now, I'm going to keep this setup simple. Once done customizing, send the custom mode to the Launchkey. To do this, click Send to Launchkey in the top right and select one of the 4 available slots. Once sent, the mode will appear on the hardware. All that's left is to see how well it works. With these mappings, played-in notes and controls can be quickly viewed. Here I press Capture MIDI to get the notes I just played into Logic. I then use my piano roll shortcut to see these notes on screen. I decided to use Quantize on the Launchkey to correct any timing issues. With my notes in place, I can then use the shortcuts to see the changes I was making to the sound using the Launchkey's controls. This is just a starting point. You can customize what's here to suit your needs, like including notes to use as drum pads or switches for effects. Note that some mappings will be specific to your operating system if you use the control or command keys. Here are some other examples of layouts I've created to work in different software applications. They can be downloaded so that you can try them and edit them to suit your needs.